Get your daily news fix with News Source Scrawler's latest edition. January 19th, 2025, featuring crypto, politics, tech, and more.
U.S. debt increases significantly as the deficit reaches $1.9 trillion this year, according to Congress's Budget Office. The IMF upgrades the U.S. economic forecast while Canada and Europe lag behind. The United States initiates maneuvers to prevent breaching the debt limit, exerting pressure on Congress, as the U.S. Treasury plans to implement measures to avoid a debt limit breach on Tuesday. TikTok banned to go ahead unless it's sold by Chinese parent company, after U.S. Supreme Court upholds law. Trump says he had good call with China Xi about TikTok and trade. Bill Gates impressed with Trump's interest in global health during 3-hour dinner. Meta to break up civil rights team.
Biden commutes sentences for nearly 2,500 individuals convicted of nonviolent drug offenses, setting a record. Additionally, Biden declares the Equal Rights Amendment passed, but does not mandate certification. Meanwhile, the Trump administration is reportedly preparing to arrest illegal immigrants nationwide on day one, with Chicago as the starting point for Trump's deportation plan. Lastly, an appeals court overturns an Obama-era policy intended to protect immigrants who arrived in the U.S. as children. The European Union intensifies its investigation into Elon Musk's platform, X, focusing on content moderation and requesting an examination of X's recommendation algorithms. Former European leaders advocate for the division of Google's ad technology. The New York Times reveals that a Trump oligarchy is relocating to Washington and acquiring prestigious addresses. FTC files lawsuit against PepsiCo for manipulating soft drink competition, alleging price discrimination that benefited Walmart over smaller retailers. Vanguard announces a $106 million settlement with the SEC regarding misleading TDF disclosures. American Express consents to a payment exceeding $138 million to conclude a wire fraud investigation linked to the sales and marketing of wire products.
Progresso's Soup You Can Suck introduces a new soup candy for enjoying your favorite soup while on the move. Magnesium supplementation leads to improved cognitive performance following defecation in triathletes. A study reveals that Homo erectus thrived in desert environments, indicating early humans' ability to adapt to extreme conditions. Research suggests that Mars's hemispheres are shaped by mantle convection rather than giant impacts. Character AI, an AI startup, evaluates web games and has implemented restrictions to prevent minors from engaging with bots modeled after real individuals and fandom characters. Microsoft has acknowledged the challenges in securing AI after testing its products in Redmond. A hacker gained unauthorized access to the Path of Exile 2 administrator account, resulting in the hijacking of a series of characters.
Google starts mandating JavaScript for its search engine. ByteDance, a Chinese company, officially halts services for its apps TikTok, CapCut, and Lemonade, removing them from app stores shortly before the U.S. ban on January 19th. Marvel Snap faces a ban similar to TikTok's. Perplexity AI attempts to merge with TikTok in the US. Trump introduces a meme coin, reportedly earning over $25 billion in a single night, with Coinbase and Binance planning to list his official Trump token following its extraordinary launch. Cryptocurrency companies invest millions in Trump's inauguration, and Coinbase supports a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Trump intends to implement 5 cryptocurrency changes immediately through executive order, aiming to make cryptocurrency a national priority, according to sources. OpenAI has developed an AI model for longevity research, collaborating with Retro Biosciences to design stem cell proteins using AI. Meanwhile, Colossal Biosciences has secured $200 million at a $10.2 billion valuation to resurrect woolly mammoths. Additionally, Ray Kurzweil predicted that by the 2030s, nanobots in our brains will elevate us to a godlike state.
The 3 largest insurers earned $7.3 billion from the markups of their drug intermediaries, according to the FTC. In Iran, 2 judges associated with mass executions in 1988 were killed. It is reported that Japan's elderly face loneliness and hardship, with some women opting for imprisonment. This year, 68,000 individuals over 65 are expected to die alone at home in Japan.
A massive lithium-ion plant in California has been engulfed in flames. Meanwhile, China has introduced a compact and affordable nuclear battery for everyday use, with the Betavolt BV103V model designed to provide 100 microwatts for more than 50 years. Additionally, Keir Starmer is emphasizing his connection with Donald Trump as he pursues a trade agreement between the US and UK, a move noted by The Telegraph as Starmer seeking Trump's support to stimulate economic growth.
Digital Currency Group agrees to pay $38 million to settle with SEC over negligence. In the U.S., Genshin Impact game developer will be banned from selling loot boxes to teens under 16 without parental consent. Pay a $20 million fine to settle FTC charges. Justice Department files nationwide lawsuit alleging Walgreens knowingly filled millions of prescriptions that lacked a legitimate medical purpose. Ukraine's armed forces have reached a strength of 880,000 personnel, according to Zelensky, as they confront 600,000 Russian soldiers. Russia has declared its intention to oppose any collaboration between the UK and Ukraine in the Sea of Azov. Putin has expressed enthusiasm about potential new nuclear initiatives with Iran. FTC instructs GoDaddy to rectify inadequate web hosting security measures. Microsoft OpenAI collaboration prompts antitrust worries, according to FTC. Noam advocates reducing CISA, claiming the cyber agency has deviated significantly from its original mission. Japan government initiates compensation process for victims of forced sterilization. In the UK, Jersey residents advised to undergo bloodletting due to PFAS contamination. China reveals a comprehensive plan from 2024 to 2035, aimed at establishing a robust education nation.
A Wall Street Journal poll indicates that voters are seeking a more moderate version of MAGA policies from Trump. The Telegraph notes that, except in Starmer's Britain, the left is currently less popular than at any point since the Cold War. Argentina has recorded its first budget surplus in 14 years under Milei's leadership.
Vitalik Buterin outlines significant shifts in Ethereum Foundation leadership, following demands for fresh leadership. Foxconn, Apple's partner, reveals plans to deploy humanoids in iPhone manufacturing facilities. China's Comac, the C919 jet manufacturer, targets flights in Southeast Asia by 2026, while Comac, the Chinese aircraft firm, aspires to double the production of C919 passenger planes this year.
Ex-CIA analyst admits to leaking classified documents about Israel. Qatar announces that a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas will commence at 8:30 a.m. on Sunday. Saudi Arabia considers recognizing Israel as Trump returns, and a Gaza ceasefire is discussed. Kennedy attempted to halt COVID vaccinations 6 months following their introduction. In the United States, Moderna received $590 million from the HHS to expedite the development of an mRNA-based bird flu vaccine. Ozempic, Wegovy, and other medications are included in the 15 chosen for Medicare's price negotiations.
Greta Gerwig's Narnia secures an exclusive IMAX run in a significant agreement before its Netflix debut. Coldplay's concert at an Indian stadium will be live-streamed on Disney Plus Hotstar. Paramount Plus has canceled Frasier after 2 seasons, and CBS Studios will seek a new home for the revival.
Russian coal exports have significantly decreased, reaching a 6-year low, primarily because of sanctions and issues with Russian railways. Nigeria has been officially recognized as a partner country within the BRICS bloc. China plans to enhance a $60 billion railway in Turkey to facilitate the transportation of goods to the EU, thereby avoiding routes through Russia.
Bob Dylan's drafts for Mr. Tambourine Man fetch over £400,000. A new book discloses that Frankenstein was influenced by the suicide of Mary Shelley's half-sister. Calder Gardens, Philadelphia's latest art museum, will debut on the Ben Franklin Parkway in September.